Hey guys, this video is all about how you can use Mailchimp. I know half of the time people are hesitant to start their email list just because they don't know how to use the technology and they're not sure if they can figure it out on their own. So here is a complete run through of Mailchimp. So I'm just going to share my screen here. All right, so we're on the Mailchimp. This is like their homepage. So when you sign up, you're just going to click on sign up free here. And I obviously already have like a login, but so you're just going to get started. I mean, it's a really easy sign up process. Put in your email address, create a username, password, and create my account. We're gonna go back so that I can log in. And so usually like when you sign up, you're going to have to usually integrate it into like Squarespace. You have to integrate it, or I don't remember if you need to, and I think you need to, like if you're using Mailchimp forms in WordPress. Let's see, I think we go to account, or like in lead pages. I know I just had to do this as well. And you go to integrations. And so then from integrations, let's see. These are all the different integrations that you can use that it will like just kind of automatically link with. So you can link it like to Twitter. Let's see, we're going to go to extras. And so any of those you can like just easily link. Otherwise and this isn't hard either, but you're going to go to extras and API keys. So you don't actually have to go to integrations. I just wanted to show you what you can do there. So with the API key, you can create a key. And so you would just click create a key and copy this and paste it into where it says API key, like on Mailchimp forms, on any other forms that you're using. That just allows that program to link it with your account, and so it'll go to the correct lists and everything. So I'm just going to kind of show you around what all of Mailchimp can do. So when you link that API key, that will just get you all set up so it's going to the right list and the right account. So the first thing that you can do is go to lists, and you'll want to create a new list. So you can see that I've got a whole bunch of different lists, and you don't need to worry about that right now. This is my main newsletter subscribers list, and so all of these are like mini courses, or just I had to come up with it, or I had to have a different list for a form or something. Some forms require that you have brand new lists, or like I'll always make a new list for every webinar, so I'm not sending things about the webinar to my entire list. So we're just going to create a new list, and so then you're going to go create list, and then you have to enter some details. So you want to name your list, and this is just a kind of reminder for you of what the list is. And then the default from email. So this is where, if they hit reply, this is where it's going to go to. And then the default from name. This is the name that's going to come up when somebody when they see it like in their inbox. And so you have to write a reminder. And so I'm just going to reuse a reminder from another list, and I'm just going to say newsletter subscribers. Actually, I need to change that. There you go. I can't spell receive either. I'm awesome at all that. Okay, and so then we're going to go down to, and you do unfortunately have to have contact information. It's just some legal junk. And I do use my home address. It's not, I don't know, it's not a big deal. I'm not overly concerned about it. So you can do different notifications. I like to do one by one for subscribe and unsubscribe. And I think you might actually be required to, unless you have a paid version, if you want notifications at all. So now from here, you can, like, I'll actually show you on another list. but you can like manage subscribers. So when you actually have subscribers, you can click on them and like delete them or add them. We can go to add subscribers. So you can, if you have like a PDF file, or not a PDF, like a, gosh, I can't think of the right word, Excel file, you can import subscribers from that, or you can just add subscribers manually. So if we go to that, it will have a place where you can just like put their email address, and if you want to put their name, you can do that too, and then subscribe. You have to click these and let them know that they gave you permission, basically. So I'm going to show you a little bit more information about the subscribers. And so like if we go to like newsletter subscribers, so we would go to, like, this is managing subscribers, and so you can click on any of these subscribers, and I'm not going to, just to kind of preserve their privacy a little bit, but you can click on them and delete them, or like see what they've clicked on. So then if we, like, let's see, what do I want to show you next? Okay, let's look at a campaign. And so, well, obviously each of these numbers are going to go up whenever a new person subscribes, and then this is linked to the campaigns. So a campaign is just a single email that you're sending out. And so this list averages 52% opens and 5.6% clicks on any given campaign. So we're going to go over to campaigns. And then I'm going to show you how to create a campaign. So you can see, like, this is some of my past ones. These are all for my launch. And so you can see how my list was growing throughout my launch. And you can also see how many people opened and how many people clicked each one. So you can tell by the end of the launch, people were like, okay, I don't feel like opening this anymore. I know what this is about. And that is very common when you send a lot of launch emails. All right, so if we go to create campaign, and this is how you're going to just send a basic email. A campaign sounds like it would be sent like more than once, but it's just a single email. And I usually don't mess with any of these because I don't want an RSS campaign. I don't do A/B testing, and I just click regular campaign. And so we're going to, it's not going to actually let me send it or set it for one with 0 recipients. So we're just going to use this for now, and I'll just delete it later. And then you click next. And so we have to name it test. We're just going to say open me. And then down here, I usually just want to track the opens and clicks. I don't mess around with these. And I don't really mess around with those either, just because I don't use like the e-commerce stuff. So I just track the opens and clicks. Then next. So then they have all different types of options for how you can set it up, and they have different themes. You can code your own. You can use saved templates. I usually just use this. I've actually found that you don't want to have too many pictures within your emails because it will actually be more likely to go to the spam folder, and so less pictures is actually better. And so right here you can put like an email header. I used to be adding one, but I don't know that it does very much, so I've just been deleting it. So up here, this is what's going to show up like in the person's inbox. It's a little preview, and so you can add something in. You can say open me, or you can just leave it blank. If you leave it blank, whatever you type in here is going to show up just a little blurb right there. All right, so then we can type something up right here. And you can do basically all the types of editing that you would do in like Word. So you can like link it, you can link it obviously right here. You can add in a picture. If you click right here, And so you can like either upload stuff. I'll do this like after a webinar, you know, I'll put in like social proof that, you know, somebody liked my webinar. You can also change your font and your styles. There's not really too many font options, but there's a couple. I usually just keep it at Arial, and then you can also change like headings and everything, and your regular font size, and of course your colors. So it's basically, I mean, I know that you guys are capable of using Word, so and that's essentially what that is there. Down here you can, so we can save and close this. Down here is like, this is just social links. Usually I don't use these because I'm not so concerned about trying to grow social media, so I usually delete that. But what a lot of times I will add in its place is social sharing buttons. So then you can link it to, well, it's already linked for them to be able to share, but you can put like a custom URL and then a short description. So if you want them to share a certain sign up page, and then you might mention like use the share buttons below to share this webinar sign up. You can also add in a button. So like if you are doing like a buy, you can have a buy now button. You can add in images. You can do a page divider, a box text, you know, just to make it look a little bit more designed. Or you can even add like a footer, and here's a code box. You can just do that with the text too. So they've got a way to change it to code. So, and then you can just add in code there as well. But I mean, basically these are just exactly what they say they are. You can add in an image and caption, an image card, a footer, code, or a video. So we're just going to leave it like this. And now if you have just the free version, which a lot of you will starting out, and that's fine, then you will need to actually just send it right now. So you're not going to have the option to schedule it. For people with the paid version, and the paid version is $10 a month, and then it goes up as you have more and more subscribers. So you can set your schedule, or yeah, set up your schedule. So you can pick a delivery date, and then you can set a specific time. So if you needed to go out like just at a certain time, otherwise you can let Mailchimp optimize it. And so it will look at when the most people have opened in the past. And it's really taking a long time to calculate the optimal time today. Okay, it's taking too long, so I'm just going to ignore that. And we're going to set it for 6 p.m. and I'm going to delete it now before I forget. All right. So now I'm going to show you how to delete the campaign. So we can go back to it over here, and then so it'll just show up as a yellow button that it hasn't sent yet, but it's scheduled. And so you can pause and edit it. So you have to pause it to be able to edit it, or we can just click this down button. You can also view the email, rename it, or replicate it. But to delete it, you have to click this box over here, and the delete button will come up. And then you have to confirm it. All right. So then I'm going to actually go back to lists and show you how to create a sign-up box. So I actually don't recommend very often using the Mailchimp sign-up boxes. If you're using Squarespace, then you can, Squarespace has great sign-up, contact forms is what you use, or just forms is what you use to get people to sign up, or to get people to sign up, so like link to it. Otherwise, WordPress has Mailmunch, which is really great and has a lot of different options, and also SumoMe has a lot of options. But if you just want to use one of Mailchimp's forms, you're going to go to sign up forms for the specific list. And so then you can do embedded forms, general forms, a subscriber pop-up, or you can create sign up forms using an integration. So we're just going to go to embedded forms. So this is just going to give you a code, and you can embed it on your site. So you can look at the different types of forms that they have here, and I like them to look really simple. I don't I guess usually I would rather just have a button and then a form that comes up, and you can do that either with Squarespace or using Lead Pages. I am currently using Lead Pages, which was one of the biggest investments I've made in my blog. And so far it's well worth it, but I know starting out you might not want to do that. And so over here you can change some of these groups or forms right on here, and so you can like change these. You probably do want to show the required field, and then you can change like the form width. So if we want it to be like 400, make it a little bit smaller. You can change what you wanted to say. So if you don't want it to say subscribe to our mailing list, which I don't actually suggest, you'll want it to say something like get your free download by submitting information below. And then you would just grab this code here and paste it wherever you would like the form to show up. Otherwise, you have a couple of different options. So you can do super slim, which just makes it really basic. So, or like that. Naked is very simplistic. Or you can make your own code, which I mean, unless you really know how to code well, I don't suggest. So you can do that. And then for any of these, you're just going to grab the code and paste it onto your site. And like I said, MailMunch is great for WordPress, or you can utilize SumoMe for forms. And there will be another tutorial on how to use SumoMe as well. And otherwise, you can use Lead Pages as well, which is a not free option. All right. I'll also walk you through automation, even though it is not a free option, but you can get automation for $10 a month, and that also comes along with all the scheduling. So automation is a really great way to be able to do free courses. So you're going to just obviously click on automation up here and create an automation workflow. And then you need to select a list. And so test list, we're just going to work with that. And then you have a whole lot of different options. And you can filter these options over here by whatever you want to filter it by. You can just send like a welcome message. So this is a great way to be able to send a content upgrade. I'll also show you quickly how to send a content upgrade for the free way. But you can use that if you want to. Educate subscribers or like a welcome series. Actually, all of these are basically going to do the same thing. Those are the only ones that I use. You can do different triggers. You can base it off of like your website activity, or if they joined a list group, if they left a group. And so that requires having interest groups set up, which we're not going to get into here. And there's also like e-commerce 360, and those are all like add-ons for Mailchimp. We're going to stick with the basics because this is going to set you up fine. This is what most of us would be working with. All right, so then you're going to name the workflow. We're just going to name it test. And of course, you want to track your clicks and opens. And yes, we want to trigger it when people are imported. I've had a couple things mess up and I've had to import people. So that's been very helpful in the past. So then you can add however many emails you want to. You can add 5 at a time or just add 1. We're just going to add 1 just so I can show you. Okay, and right here, you're also going to want to change the delay. You probably don't want it to be 1 day after the workflow is triggered. You want it to probably be immediately. Okay, and if you add another email, we just will here quick. So then you can set it up to be sent like 1 day after it's been sent, or 1 week, or 1 hour, and you can change how, you can send it 2 days or 2 weeks, and so that's how you do that. So then you're just to design the email, you're going to do, I'll just show you quick, but you're going to do it exactly like you did the other the campaigns. and I'm not going to walk all the way through this again because it's literally exactly the same. So we're just going to save it and return to the workflow. So the only difference is you're just pre-making these and setting them up in a certain order. And so then you're just going to confirm it when it's all done, and it's absolutely no different than setting up a regular campaign, which is really nice. Oops, I didn't actually want to log out. I'll log back in quick. And then the one last thing that I'm going to show you is how to set up a content upgrade within Mailchimp. So what we're going to do is go back to the lists and make sure you're on the list that you want to send it to, and we're going to go to sign up forms. So then we're going to select general form. And then from this little drop down box, we are going to select final welcome email. So this is an email that's going to be sent after they confirm their subscription and everything. And we're going to make sure we click the box, send to a final welcome email. So then from right here, there is this little box that you can click on, and you're going to edit that. And you're just going to put in the link for your content upgrade. So we would say content upgrade, highlight it, click a link, and we're just inserting that just for fun. And so then they would click on this, and that would take them to their content upgrade. So you can store your content upgrade in like Dropbox if you want, and then just send a link. And I did find out by changing the last digit of your the URL on Dropbox to 1 rather than 0, then that will make it an automatic download, which just makes it look a little bit more professional. So that's just an idea that you can do as well. So, and then you're just going to save and close, and it's going to be all set up for you. So every time somebody subscribes to that list, after they confirm their subscription, they'll be sent this, and they will get their freebie. So that's the basics of what you need to know for actually using it. You can look at like your list growth, and I'll show you that really quickly. Even that's not necessarily a user thing, but it's just nice to sometimes be able to look at that. So you're just going to pick a list, and we'll go to my regular subscribers and click the stats. And you can see like the average open rate, the average click rate, and then this is the list growth over time. And so most of these, most people don't actually subscribe right into my regular list. Most of them are imported from like a mini course or some other list. And so that's why so much of it is this darker blue rather than the regular blue. So you can just see how it's grown over time, and you guys can check that out on your own as well. And you can see like how many have unsubscribed from the last campaign and how many more have subscribed. Let's see, I was going to say something else. Oh, for the content upgrades, just to let you know, if you're going to go the route of sending the final welcome email, each content upgrade needs to have a different list, because otherwise people won't be sent those separate content upgrades. So then what you would do is you would just take anybody who signed up for that list and just copy them. So you can like, well, I don't want to click really on it because I don't want to show you. I like to try to maintain privacy, but you would just click to copy over to the main list. So that's just how you do that. And it is kind of a pain, but that's really the only way to do it. And then you do want to make sure that you delete people out of those other lists, just so that you're not going up to the next payment level. So that's basically the overview of how you would use Mailchimp. That's the basic features of what you're going to use every day. So you guys can go put that to use and get it all set up. And I hope you learned a lot, and enjoy. Thanks, guys.